Boom. Okay, so if you're here right now, you want to figure out how do you actually go about getting your beats on TV, right? Well, you're in the right place because the gentleman that I'm about to bring on is the CEO and founder of Clint Productions LLC, which is a company that is recognized in the field of licensing music for TV and films and helping other music producers, composers, beat makers like myself getting their beats placed on TV shows, films, and so on and so forth. And I'm proud to say that he personally helped me getting 10 beats placed uh, in one company's all at once, right? Basically, it's like a licensing deal. And thanks to his method to find such great opportunities. So, with that said, let me bring on my guy, Anthony Clint Jr., aka Clint Productions. What's
Yo,
going on, my
yo,
brother?
what's good, bro? All is well, man. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling great, man. Hey, like I was showing you not long ago, you know what I mean? I got an explosion of placements. We got to share this moment because I realized that there's a whole bunch of placements and things that's been happening. And
Crazy.
I appreciate you because you showed me the path, you showed me the way, and it's
Hmm.
actually happening at a very explosive, in a very explosive way. So,
That's dope.
shout out to you, man. So, just for those that are going to be watching this real quickly, just go over your story. How did it all start for you, and how did you discover the system that you actually use, or the steps that you actually use to get beats on TV and films? Let's get it.
Yeah, man. So, like a lot of producers, I wanted to produce music for the major artists, quickly realized that there weren't as many opportunities to do that. Fell into this whole sync space, and from there just went down the rabbit hole of trying to figure it out. So I bumped my head for 7 years doing all the wrong things. My music wasn't ready yet. There was things I needed to learn to be able to get to the level of getting my music placed in TV and film. So I finally just got to the point where I was like, look, like I'm tired of not making money with my music. I don't want it to sit on my hard drive. I'm tired of staying up late all night in these studio sessions and nothing coming from it on the music industry side. So I was just like, I want to focus and just spend all my energy on trying to get, you know, 10 TV placements in the first year. So during that process, I just documented everything I did, and pretty much found like it comes down to really three major things that helps you get from no placements to, consistent placements in TV and film. And that's what kind of spiraled everything.
This is crazy because, I'm an advocate of always, keep learning, right? So, what's important with knowledge is, you learn something, and it's also important that you document your journey through the process so
Yeah,
that you can come back and contribute and share some of that knowledge with somebody else through the
exactly.
implementation and the actions that you took in order to for you to make it happen, right? So
Yeah.
that's pretty dope that you went ahead and said, okay, I want to get 10 placements. I'm going to go through the trial and errors of figuring it out. You documented your journey, and now you have a step-by-step process that got you some results. Now, what does it look like? What are those steps that, you know, that somebody can take in order for them to start getting some placements with their beats?
Yeah, man, it's really three. It's simple. It's three major steps, right? So the first step is, focusing on the production, making sure the production is right and where it needs to be. Music has to be functional for TV, and there's just certain things that you have to learn to be able to, get through that production phase. And then the next step is, the presentation. How do you reach out to companies? Who do you reach out to? So focusing on that and coming up with a method that works for that. And then the final step is presentation. I'm sorry, I messed I
No
messed that
worries, no
up.
worries, no worries, no worries.
So preparation should have been the second step. So the second step is preparation. You have to make sure you have everything set up to where you can properly present your music. You want to make sure you have the proper systems set up so that you're collecting royalties and things like that. So once a licensing company says, "Hey, we want to, sign your music and pitch it," you have the business and stuff set up during that preparation step. And then the final step is the presentation, actually pitching the music, presenting the music to the people who need it, and they want and need your music for TV and film. There's plenty of opportunities, but you have to know who to reach out to. You have to know how to reach out to them and do the research to make sure you're reaching out to people who will align, companies who will align with the kind of music that you make. So those are like the three major keys to seeing success in this TV film space.
This is dope, man. And I actually went through the process. So, like you said, you always start with the production so that you can bring something to the table
Yeah.
to the people that you're gonna, share this music and get it placed and everything. And then is the preparation to make sure that you have everything in place so that when the opportunity knock on your door, that
Ready.
you're ready. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like there's a little bit of preparation that has to be involved, and then of course, in the end, you present, right. You share the music that you created with all the things that you have in place in order for you to make it happen. Now, what do you think is holding the most producers back when it comes to getting their beats placed on TV shows, film, and so on and so forth?
Yeah, think one of the biggest things is the know-how. They just don't know. Like, when you hear about a producer such as myself and such as you now getting music placed on CBS and
Yeah.
NHL and MLB networks and things like that, ESPN. These are big networks. So people are like, yo, who do I even reach out to? How do I find a contact? Do I email them? Do I call them? So I think just the know-how, knowing who to reach out to kind of get the ball moving holds a lot of producers back. So yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. And for I'm gonna say, like, I tried for a little while, and sometimes it just takes, you know, a couple little tweaks, right?
Right.
And you may think like, do I have to have some sort of connection and this and that? And it's
Yep.
actually a lot more simple than you may think. But if you actually know and you go out and you actually put in the work and you know you follow the systems, you follow the steps, and you put in the work to make it happen. A
Yep.
couple of tweaks and you're basically right there. And that's what happened to me. Like I got some of my beats on NHL, CBS, crazy, like all access and all that good stuff. And it's
Yep.
just me following the process and taking action on that. So for me, it's always, you know, knowledge is not just power, it's the implementation.
Yep.
Applied knowledge is where the power is. Now, what else you think is stopping producers from getting, you know, placements on TV with their music so that they can increase their income
Yeah.
with the music production that they're composing and they're doing?
Yeah, I think another thing is the music and the production, not knowing how to compose music that's functional for TV holds producers back. Like your production could be dope, but producing music for TV is different than producing music for an artist. There's a different structure that we like to use. There's different elements that we add to our music so that editors have the things that they need to be able to use his music in TV shows and scenes and things like that. So that definitely holds them back. And then people thinking that this space is oversaturated, and it's really not, man. I mean,
Hmm.
there's so many opportunities, there's so many streaming networks. Um, it's not. There's plenty of space, and honestly, you're ahead of the game if you just do the work. You're going to set yourself apart from so many producers who say they want to get TV placements, but they don't put in the work and take the proper steps to make it happen. So that's what I say, holds a lot of producers back.
One more thing that I want to add to that, just to follow what you were saying, is that, in the beginning of my journey on that path to putting some of my beats on TV and stuff like that, is there's some companies, and I'm not gonna say any names, that required a fee for you to be a part of their network so
Mm.
that you can possibly get opportunities and get placements with them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So people may think that there's a fee attached to having, to put your music on TV and films and stuff like that.
Right.
You think that's one of the things that may be stopping some producers or beat makers, composers, to make it happen and to get results as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because there's companies out there, they're like middlemen companies they charge you a fee per submission, and when I started out, bro, I was broke, so I didn't have money to keep paying for, like, submission in hopes that they may send it to the actual decision maker, the actual company that's saying, "Here, here's the music, place it."
Right.
And that's why I had to find a way to get around those paywalls, and, like, how can I go directly to the people who sign in this music. So yeah, like, all of the producers that I teach you how to do it without paying any money per submission, for sure. So it's absolutely free to get started.
Dope. I sure, the placement that I got going on right now with such explosion, I definitely didn't pay. I actually got
You
paid.
got paid,
I
right?
actually got paid, and it's crazy, and it's thank God, and I really appreciate you as well, because
Absolutely.
it was just me following your steps to make it happen, and I didn't have to pay anything. If anything, I got paid. So,
And you
uh,
got paid before they even actually placed the music, which,
exactly. Which
is even
which is
better.
beauty. That's the definition of beauty right there. If you
Yeah.
want to put a word onto it. But anyways, so if somebody wants to go a little bit deeper and figure out, how to get, their next steps when it comes to all that you share right here. What how does it look like? What are the next steps?
Yeah, listen, the next step you need to take, I put together this insane masterclass, bro. It's going to be live, and I'm dropping all of the gems. We're going to break down these 3 steps, and really show you how you can monetize your music as a producer by, getting it placed in TV and film, media, things like that. So it's going to be super dope. We're going to have fun. Yeah, super excited. So that's the next step you need to take.
So I had the honor to work with Clint on this. So, like you just said, we're about to host an exclusive masterclass for music producers, composers, beat makers that want to discover exactly how to create more income with their beats through TV placements. All right. So the masterclass is called the Beats for TV Live, and it's going to happen on March 4th coming up, 2023 this year. And we're gonna take a deep dive in everything that Clint shared over here. So you can go ahead and get your ticket to the link that you see around on this page wherever you're watching this video, or by going to www.beatsfortvlive.com/upgrade. That's going to give you a VIP ticket to the live masterclass, so you can get the ultimate experience. We're going to have a live and exclusive VIP Q&A session after the fact, after the live masterclass, so you can come in and ask us as much questions that you want about getting your beats placed on TV, films, commercials, and so on and so forth. So this is something that you do not want to miss out on. You know what I mean? It's going to be live. Clint is going to go deep on the exact steps that you need to take in order to get your music, your beats placed on TV and films and commercials this year. If you're ready to put in the work, if you're ready to come soak in on some of that knowledge so that you can implement it for yourself and run with it, you need to attend the Beats for TV Live Masterclass that's going to be going live March 4th coming up. And you can go to www.beatsfortvlive.com/upgrade to get your VIP ticket for it, or click on the link that you see around this page underneath this video, depending on where you are. Take action on it. We're looking forward to see you there. So any last word that you want to say, Clint, before we wrap this up?
Oh, man, action takers are money makers, bro. That's it.
Woo! Man, the way that I see things exploding, you said it right, my brother. So looking forward to see all of you on there, and let's get it. Click on the link below around in this video. Go to www.beatsfortvlive.com/upgrade right now.
Let's go.